I'm looking at this now. Okay. Let's see the line.
5 minutes!
Oh my god, I'm not ready. Hold on.
Well, tough.
Ay. It's even worse than at the club. Face
I'm
the
going to get
front.
in trouble.
It's not being recorded, so...
I'm afraid it is.
I'm recording it, but I can't see what you're doing, so if you don't admit to anything, then nobody will know. Well, this is exciting.
Where are we?
Sorry? Where are we? Cape Verde. It's a bit like the... 4 minutes! It's a bit like the Azores, but further south.
Oh, I see, right. Oh, same bit of ocean
My
then.
heart is racing. This is very exciting. I have to find the line, though.
Yes, finding the line, raising your sails, figuring out how to look forwards, figuring out which boat you're on. These are all useful things to be doing.
There's a lot of boats, like... Joe is coming back.
Good, I'm pleased to see it.
Peter, you almost out. I don't know.
I'm terrible at... Oh, God. I should be winning these because I'm the most experienced e-sailor, but it's not going that way.
How many minutes?
We're less than 4. It'll be 3 shortly. Three minutes.
This is a challenge, so it doesn't matter if somebody leaves better. It's going to be total time.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But it's more fun if everyone's if everyone crosses the line at more or less the same time. Then you can measure your progress against, as you know, you can then measure your progress against everyone else as you go around, which is part of the fun.
Well done.
I'm going to cook this start up now because I'm like that.
Am I allowed to just put my sails down at this point?
Yeah, guess you are. Yeah. It's not very traditional, but I guess you can. And as Jerome says, I mean, you don't...
have a blue Jeep, Tracy.
Sorry?
Do you have a blue jib?
Blue, yeah, blue and pink. I've spent more time on, getting that right than learning how to sail.
What time on the cosmetic?
Hey, I'm here. I smashed into Mallorca earlier. That was fun. Got grounded. So I'm not the only one with my sails down. Who's that over there?
All right, I'll put my sails up.
You don't have to. You don't have to.
Found you.
No, you can do what you like.
There's somebody right next to me. Who's that?
If you're lucky, they'll have their boat name written on.
No, but on the map, they're right next to me. But I can't see them through the. Oh, it's Joe. I can't actually see his boat.
1 minute! I can play that a bit better when I'm concentrating.
I bloody don't know where am I.
QE3 at the back. Not for long, I suspect.
No, based on last time.
Right then,
Right.
sails going up.
I am floundering about. Strong wind and I'm going nowhere. This is pathetic.
I thought I was going to get the starboard line, but I'm just doing a jibe and it's taking me forever.
I honestly thought I'd be going more than 3 knots on this tack. Not sure what I'm doing so dreadfully wrong. 10! Oh, you're going to cross the line early! We're going to have to make you do a 360. Well, somebody is about to.
No, that's me. I just don't know how I...
Go! Sorry, I forgot. I was so distracted. Start.
Minutes, I think I was within the outside the minute because your timekeeping is. So I'm going to carry on.
You are over time, but I think that you've been billed for all this time anyway because you crossed the line several minutes ago. So.
No, I came back. I came right back round.
Yeah, but did you restart the challenge? Hey, look.
Oh yeah, probably didn't. You're right. Oh well, never mind. It's all learning.
All right.
Well, you know, briefly, I'm in the lead. You know, it won't last.
Yeah, well, at the back probably because of the.
Well, you know, I'm not as competitive as others. If you noticed.
I'm doing something wrong here because I'm going terribly badly. Time to fiddle with my trim. Oh no, I didn't put my dinner in the oven. Oh.
You got a galley on your little boat. Looking good.
All right. All right. Well,
On, guys.
now time to learn.
Capsized.
No.
No.
Oh God, I can see your mast going over.
How did that happen?
I don't know. Were you having
Windy. I've got a keel
It's
and everything.
tradition.
you having trouble with the speed of the computers responding, or?
Yeah, my computer is very slow at the moment.
Hey, I'm not getting trim advice. Are you guys getting trim advice?
Yeah.
I haven't looked.
Ah.
I'm too busy
It's
trying
not very
to
helpful, but it's
get my
better than
boat
nothing.
up.
My trim advice is saying that everything's pretty much all right.
One problem I've got is I can't tell whether that's my. The Code Zero doesn't have any telltales on it. How am I supposed to? How am I supposed to trim it?
Yeah, I thought you were going to go through the sales, Mike. We didn't do that. Did you? Well, I was.
Sorry, no, you're right. I was too busy. Code Zero is basically a Genoa, and the number 4 is the smallest. It's like a storm jib, mini jib for extreme winds.
Trooper.
Tracy, you're leaving me completely behind. What? What am I doing?
I know. Who'd have thought that?
What am
No
I-
one would have predicted that.
What am I doing so totally wrong that is making me go so slow in such strong wind?
Yeah, I think you got the wrong colours. How long is this race? So I can.
It's about the same length as the Ireland one.
Oh, okay. So we could be sat here for some time.
Yes, well, yeah. When the Zoom calls ends, I'll probably go and have dinner.
Nice working. How do I get out?
And Jerome's
Can you-
fallen off the call.
Yeah, I just came back. Shoot, and I missed. How do I? I want to get out this screen. Okay.
Just follow me, Jerome.
Okay. Okay. Now I'm gonna start the race. Hold on, It's about to start, huh?
Where did you go?
I don't know. The zoom fell off, and
I think your computer's challenged having Zoom and this on at the same time.
Oh yeah.
Something is dreadfully wrong here. Why am I going so slowly? Maybe just change my foresail and see what happens.
Call it.
Did you say you had a code 0 up?
Yeah, I thought it was.
No, that's only for downwind. You can't go upwind with a code 0.
Oh, I thought it was a Genoa. Well, that explains why I'm doing so badly. So what's a Code Zero if it's not a Genoa?
Well, it's almost like an asymmetric. It's it's the biggest sail you've got. You can't sail upwind with it. You've
The
gotta be
biggest? It's
on
small.
a
It's smaller
broad
than
reach
the
at
smaller than the
least.
Jenica, isn't it? Well, that explains some of my poor results in these races. Okay, so it's a downwind sail, but not so much as the Jenica, right?
No, it's bigger than the Jenica. Biggest one you've got.
Are you sure? That's interesting. I thought I visually measured them on the 50 foot, and the Jenica seemed. I guess maybe it's not bigger, but it seemed more kite-like. Okay, well that's. I'm glad that we came to that conclusion at the same time because I've tripled my speed. I was trying to research it the other day, but obviously I did my research very poorly. So yeah, the heel thing. You can fill the sides of the boat up with water, which presumably slows you down because of the extra weight. But if
It's
but
level.
you might get more than that from being flatter. So I will leave that to your own experimentation. I have literally not the slightest idea to how to operate a controllable keel. Not a clue.
I haven't worked out how to set waypoints yet. Anyway,
I sent you a video on how to set waypoints.
Well, I watched a video on it, and I accidentally set some on a different thing. But if I haven't got any, yeah, I'll have to come back to that for when I switch this off at bedtime. Last episode of Killing Eve time.
Oh, is that the old the which series is that?
Got one more from series 2, so yeah, it's the last one.
I don't know which my ex used to watch, so I don't know.
Well, series 3 just started this week, so
Is that,
series 2 was last week.
by the way, is that why the Code Zero has no bloody telltales?
Yeah, probably.
I'm learning so much. Right, let's experiment with this ballast. What happens if I take it all out? It's hard to say, isn't it, with these big waves?
How'd you get it in and out? I don't understand how it works.
The buttons, you use the blue buttons to either fill it up or... it doesn't seem to have made a great deal of difference either way. So I guess I'll leave it. Maybe I'm slightly slow on average. Yeah, let's fill it back up. Use the blue buttons to control the amount you want in the tank.
What's going on with this boat? I've just capsized again.
Tough boat.
I'm worrying whether it might be your computer struggling to keep up. Is yours the one that runs very jerkily?
Yeah, it's just not working in
Joe's
Zoom
just
and
been on.
Solar away at the same time. Is too much for it. But I've put up my smallest sails. It's still capsizing me in only 15 knots of wind. That's ridiculous.
Yes, that does seem ridiculous. I've certainly never had that happen to me. Maybe it's the computer struggling.
Yeah.
Because it's like a physics simulation, isn't it? So...
I'm not worried here because I seem to be miles ahead of everybody and not having any difficulties at all.
Yeah, good for you.
So
Good for you.
output.
I'm impressed.
Well, I'm staggered. I wonder if I'm actually in the wrong bit of ocean or something. But
I'm impressed that you're making it up. I mean, there's two ways to go around the first island. So,
is there an island?
you remember what I said about not running aground?
Yeah, well, I ran aground in Mallorca earlier, and that was just,
So that's part of the race briefing. Avoiding the islands is your own responsibility.
This is where waypoints come in, or sitting here
This
all
is
night.
where waypoints or sitting here all night come in. Yes.
Yeah, I think I better learn about waypoints pretty damn soon.
Well, my sail away's just completely crashed.
Oh no.
So I'm gonna
I had
leave
to
the Zoom
reboot.
meeting and see if I can get it to restart.
I had to reboot just before I started, so it happens. I
We-
reboot it every couple of days.
You're already on the minimum graphics settings, right?
I've no idea.
I would make sure that you are because it will make it easier for your computer to run the game if you put it on
Is
the
that
minimum.
in the game, or is it in?
Yeah, it's in the video settings in the game.
All right, never looked at those.
Oh, sorry. I think I sent a clip about it.
I thought something.
Yeah,
about
you weren't on the
making
call
it-
when we did it, Peter. It was really helpful.
Right. Okay.
I would do that. You might find the game runs more smoothly. The only problem is you won't be able to read the wind. You won't get the wind marks on the map. But if it means that you don't capsize every 30 seconds, then that's going to be a price worth paying.
Is that what those shooting star-looking things are?
Yes.
I wondered. So that's like gusts or whatever coming your way.
It's just a visual indicator of the wind. I don't think there are any gusts.
I've not had those on my map anyway.
Ah, so your settings might already be turned down.
I put mine up to 60, but when Jerome got excited about having it a higher...
Yeah, what Jerome helped me realise was that you can turn the graphic settings down so the game runs more smoothly, but
You're losing some of the functionality.
but the wind won't draw on your map at that point. You've got to rely on your wind gauge and windy.com. Now, in the meantime... Oh, shite. It's quite easy to screw up your waypoints by mistake in this. What was I going to say? Yeah, Tracy, can you see the island in front of you?
No.
You can't see it. Are you definitely looking at your own boat?
I am on my own boat. I'm
Cool.
looking at the map.
Okay.
What, you mean, should I be looking out the window? Or
Well,
out?
try using the Mark 1 eyeball and seeing if you can see anything in front of you.
The eyeball?
The Mark 1
cannot
eyeball.
see.
Because I can see it and I'm behind you.
I cannot see anything.
Huh. Even in front of the boat?
Yeah. If I work
Maybe it's different graphics settings.
I'm going to log off this Zoom meeting.
All right, it will end in 10 minutes anyway. Great. All right. Good luck with everything. I hope you can get it working.
Thanks.
It is a challenge, so you can start again and not lose any time.
Yeah. If I make it to Santa Maria, I'll bring my other boat.
Cool.
Bye.
Bye.
I should probably start again, I wonder. Challenge timer. 18 minutes I've been going.
So so you cannot see an island in front of you with your normal eyes. Okay. Can you see one on the map? Can you see one on the map?
No.
Have you tried zooming the map out or in?
I'm zooming. I am doing a bit of zooming. No, I'm right on the green line. I mean, you can see where I am anyway.
I can see where you are.
Can...
So let me measure the distance. So 2 nautical miles ahead of you is an island. When you look at the map, in the bottom right, there should be a scale. What's the scale currently at?
0.1.
Okay, zoom out so it's about 1 nautical mile.
Oh, I see it.
Great.
Oh, there it is, yeah. Oh, I see. I better go around that. Yeah.
So your problem there is that you're looking only... your problem there is that you're only looking a few hundred meters in front of you.
But I couldn't see it, out, on the, not on the map, but, on the... Maybe I can see something. Yeah, the story of my life not planning ahead. But... Okay, well, thanks for warning me.
That's all right.
What am I do about it? Which way do I go? So is this the Zoom call just to get us all up and running together?
Yeah.
And then, oh, who's that next to me? Snuggled up.
Depends what you mean by snuggled up. I can see you. I wouldn't describe us as snuggled up. I would describe us as 0.3 nautical miles apart.
But I can't see you.
Over your left shoulder. So you can only see... Basically what you're saying is you can only see ocean. In every direction.
Yeah.
Okay. Must be...
I did see some boats from around by the start line.
Maybe your graphic settings are down and you can only see things that are very close.
Oh, hang on. Who's that? Who's that? In the distance, there's an island or probably land behind my...
The only land around here is islands.
Maybe that is you over there.
Let's have a look. So from your bearing from me is 30 degrees. So what's the reciprocal of 30 degrees? 210. I should be at 210 degrees from you. There's a nice little compass direction overlay you can use under the eyeball menu.
Sorry, compass overlay, eyeball.
So you know the eyeball at the okay.
Oh yeah. Got it. Oh, I wonder what that was for. Yeah, okay. 210. Yeah, absolutely. That's exactly where you are. Just
All right.
Just above. Oh yeah, very distant though.
Well, congratulations. I'm going to have to try to overtake you.
Oh.
Zoom meeting ends in about 5 minutes, at which point I will go and...
Are you going right at the island or left?
I'm going left now. I wanted to go right, but as was pointed out to me a moment ago, I was using the wrong sail. So I've ended up going left instead, and it's probably a bit too late to change my mind about that.
We're going right around the island.
I'm going
To the
left.
Right of the island.
No, I'm going
What
to port
sail
because...
should we use right now?
Well, I don't know, but it would appear to be the jib, because we're going upwind. I thought the code 0 was suitable for going upwind, but I've been corrected. It's not.
It's too big.
Oh, is it more like a spinnaker type thing?
Apparently so, yeah. I thought it was basically a Genoa, but I have been corrected that I was wrong about that.
What's the difference between a Genoa and a jib?
A Genoa overlaps. So the clue of a Genoa, is that the right word? Yeah, the clue of a Genoa will be behind the mast. So in other words, it cannot go from side to side without kind of bungling up a bit to go in front of the mast.
Oh,
Does that make
can't
sense?
You can't.
It's longer than the
switch from
mast.
side to side.
So you, of course, can still switch it from sides to sides, but not without a bit of creasing happening for a few seconds. It overlaps.
I think I can go right of the island because of the wind.
Might have to go left then.
Yeah, that'll be going straight into the wind to do that little manoeuvre.
Not straight, but yeah, possibly too close. It might be too close.
Yeah.
I judged this race that it would just about be possible, but, you know, wind changes, I make mistakes. You may find that left is your only option.
Right.
Well, it's just you and me up here at the moment.
It is. What are these other guys doing?
Peter and Jerome have crossed the line. I can see them, actually. I can see them.
How come you can see them, but I can't see you, and you're a damn sight closer to me?
I have my settings turned up because I've got a gaming PC.
Also, you've
If you're running it on a... yeah, and I've got a big screen. If you're running it on a work laptop, it's probably just the computer that makes the difference.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is part of the problem with this screen. It's quite small, so I'm having to look up, and I can't get the whole sail in one go. I'm having... Yeah.
Well, you can...
printed out all the...
You can widen your field of vision if you want to get more in the view. So if you just have your mouse on the view and then you press plus or minus, it will widen, it will zoom in or out. So it will widen or narrow your field of view to fit more or less in.
Oh, really?
Useful for examining distant boats.
I'm on the view, minus.
Plus and minus.
It doesn't do it. Ooh, it
I don't think you need to press shift, by the way. I think it's just the keys that have plus and minus on them. So I guess technically it's minus and equals.
Okay, hyphen and equals. Oh, okay. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Hyphen is minus. The other one's an M dash, I reckon.
Well, something I did earlier, because I'm forever kind of going, what's the shortcut? So I printed out, and I don't know if it'd be helpful for others. I actually typed out all of the...
Oh, put it in the chat.
Shortcuts.
Put it in the chat. Maybe other people will use it.
Well, I'll send it by email. It's an email thing. Because I printed it out to have it next to me, because, you know, pressing F for the main sheet was a useful little thing I wasn't aware of.
F for the main sheet.
Yeah.
Oh, great. Okay.
Yeah, you see.
Pro tips.
Yeah. Because there's so many little shortcuts that I mean, what hasn't got, unfortunately, is a select jib. It's got select outhaul, select Cunningham, select bang. It's just a one-stop shop.
But there's no option for select jib sheet. Is that because there's multiple?
No.
We're going to
There's
get...
a big island in front of us.
Yes, there is. You have to go around it. That was in the briefing.
Tell me.
I'll say select foresail sheet. Which
Oh, that'll be it. That'll be it then.
That'll be it then.
That'll be it. This Zoom call will end very shortly, at which point I'm going to go and check on my dinner, and I will remain in touch with you through other channels.
I'll email this to you though, because others might find it useful.
You can just put it in the
Still
chat.
can't catch me though.
Through the night, through the
Ooh.
night.
I bet Jerome never sleeps, so you're going to sit there and...
Thank you.
I'm starting to
Exactly.
think Jerome never sleeps, yeah.
Yeah. You still have that enthusiasm in the morning though, so you must have had some napping
Bloody
going on.
island. The island, right in the way. Okay.
You have to pick a side.
Cheers, I know. Story of the life.
Yeah, well, I suppose so. We will get cut off any minute now, so have a good sail.
Have a good dinner, guys. Cheers.
Yeah, you too. I'm going to stay on, of course, keep talking, but I'm saying goodbye now
Yeah.
in anticipation of being cut off. Maybe I can log out and check the Zoom status. Don't know. Right, so that's why I got such a bad start. Wrong sail. Okay. Oh, man.
Oh, I'm just winging it, but, you know, I'm going to have the worst time, but at least I'm in the lead for a short period.
Can you see the island with your eyes yet? That's an interesting
Well, actually,
question.
I haven't tried that lately. Yes, I can.
Okay.
Ooh, is it north. Due north.
Yes.
I've got this funny little... Yes. I probably could see it all along. It was just so vague. It kept disappearing behind waves.
It is quite rough out here. Looks like this island's too small to have a wind shadow in the game, though, so that's handy. What was the key for four sail sheet?
J.
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 J for jib. Ah, perfect.
J for
Ah,
jib.
that's going to be
F for foresheet. Sorry, F for
mainsail.
main.
Okay, maybe that's just because it's close to your hand.
Yeah. But it saves you having to scan through the whole lot.
No, it really
They're
does.
Go to all the time, aren't they?
That's so helpful. Thank you. You've again
And then
improved.
select. I want to after Sally's session the other day, which I thought Sally and Elaine's session I thought was really useful.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
want to start fiddling about with the Outhaul and the Cunningham and all that business. Once I'm feeling a bit more confident.
Yeah, I just have to do what the trim. The good thing is you don't have to be good at doing it because the trim tab will tell you what to do.
Yeah, well, I am referring. I'm kind of trying to do it myself and then going back and reinsuring myself. So whilst you lot are whizzing around the ocean, I'm just kind of just working on my sailing, really.
My Zoom is still
So hence-
open. I
hence
thought
my
it would
little
have.
trip to Mallorca.
I thought I'd have been shut down by now. There we go.